All right, Ruthless fans, here we go again. We are talking season 2, episode 2, entitled Over the Barrel. 8 out of 10. Thought it was a pretty good follow-up from the previous episode. But let's jump into it in a couple of seconds. Please hit subscribe because I'm trying to get the ratio up of the number of people who actually view my content. I'm trying to reach at least 40% by the end of the month. So again, if you are a frequent viewer of the channel, but you haven't subscribed, please do, because it will really help out more than you know. Also, hit the bell notification icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post new content. And follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. All right, so Oliver actually pops up out of nowhere. I didn't expect the episode to kind of just pick. I knew the episode would, pick up where we left off, but I didn't expect Oliver to just zoom over to the wheelbarrow as fast as he did. So William is having a tough time trying to move it. He's like, "You're not strong enough." "Man, I am strong enough." So he literally just shoves poor William to the ground. And it's like, "I'll take this wheelbarrow. Don't worry about it. You go ahead and grab some wood by hand." And William's like, "Well, the highest told me to do it. And if I don't do it, I'm going to be in trouble." Don't worry. Just get some by hand." So, that's what happens. And the theme song kicks in. So, Oliver just takes the barrel off somewhere. Daikon actually tells him to stop. And, he asks whether or not Elder Mother flirted with him. And it's like, no, there's nothing going on between me and Elder Mother, brother Daikon. And basically asked about the Lilo situation. And, Daikon saw the look in Oliver's eyes, basically that hatred when Lilo was around. And it's like, look, nobody around here likes him, but it's important that we keep him happy because he's very important to the compound. It's like, "Yes, brother. So you leave the barrel right here. What are you doing with that?" "Oh, I was just moving." No. You leave the barrel right there. You go to the front gate." Okay. So then William drops off the wood. And, to be honest, when he went up to the highest and the highest, like, "What are you still doing here?" "Well, I just wanted to see, was there anything else?" "No, you leave. I'll see you tonight." Okay. So basically, my thought was, William may have gotten in trouble because he didn't bring enough wood. Because remember, he had the barrel there with a lot of wood. But, no, what he brought by hand was good enough. To be honest, I know this is a bit of a sidebar here, but this reminds me being a kid at my grandparents' house. Like, they had, oh my goodness, a wood stove. When I tell you there was nothing like the heat from a wood stove, going outside to grab some wood from the shed to bring it outside near the porch. Dang, throwback right there. But nothing beats that heat. I'll tell you that much. Okay, sorry for the segue, but it literally just took me back to those days. Except thankfully, I never found a chopped up body when I was looking for wood. So from there, River stops by to tell the highest he looks serene, everything's looking good, but he's also like, "I feel old." He's like, "No, well, I mean, you've been around for thousands of years carrying the back of the world." I'm like, what kind of shit is this? Okay, sorry. But in any case, he does feel a bit uneasy about letting the children be utilized as mules, but he convinces himself that, no, it's a good thing. I mean, it's for the good of the I'm sorry. Need a drink of water. It's for the good of the Raku, and they'll get to see the ocean. I never saw the ocean. It's all going to look great. I know River was like, "I never seen the ocean," when the highest asked him, and I'm like, he's probably lying, but he just sees that the highest is kind of out of it right now, so whatever. And Daikon actually shows up in the midst of this, and again, he's called out for being jealous of River, and basically from there, when he asked River to leave, he's like, "Okay, fine, I'll leave." The highest just chastised him for that because, dude, that was petty. So we go over to Ruth and Tally helping out. What is it? Zane, Lacey, and Paula. They're all doing dishes. And it's like, "Oh, Sister Tally, you're doing good. Everything is good. People like your cooking. What about the highest?" "He eats nothing but my cooking." Don't oversell yourself, girl. I'm like, oh, here we go. Man, some people, it's like they'll give a half-ass compliment, so whatever. So basically from there, she also suggested maybe Tally and Ruth should no longer be roommates. Maybe we should split them up. It's almost like that teacher in class who's like, I think we need to move these two troublemakers apart to, opposite sides of the room to teach them. So the elder mothers both leave in search of Lilo. I was actually a bit surprised that they were so open about, "Hey, I actually spiked his food. He's going to be on the toilet for a while," in front of all the girls there, but maybe they just didn't care they were there, but I don't know. So they go off to look for him because of the fact that, wow, he's still in the toilet. I didn't think that much would put him in there that long, but in any case, the elder mothers leave. Joan walks by, and apparently there's going to be a late night meeting to discuss how to escape tonight. Ruth is like, hey, me and Tally, we gonna get up out of here because ain't nobody leaving. And if they are, I don't want any part of it. Apparently the car she was telling him about is coming that night. So everything's in place. Paula wants out ASAP. Zane is like, I don't know if we should leave just yet. And Jones says, well, hey, we can't all leave at once to raise suspicion. We'll do this in, different segments. So that's the plan. Ruth and Tally go up to a porch on another side of the compound near a trailer. And basically, Tally's saying, I want to get out of here ASAP. Here's the thing, though. Ruth tries to reassure her, it's not a good move. We need to wait a little bit longer. I got a plan. Daikon, no, the highest. And she pretty much says, hey, I lied to you last night. I wasn't with the elder mother. I was speaking with the highest. We had sex. Tally is pissed off. And Ruth wants a big score. It's like, look, we don't have to just get out of here. We can also get out of here and get a lot of money too. Well, you said you have money. Yeah, 100,000, but that ain't going to last forever. I want another plan. Tally wants out now. So we begin to see major cracks within their dynamic because to be honest, I can definitely see both sides of this where at first it was literally just Ruth and Tally having each other's backs. But as time went on, it got to the point where more people became part of their operation. And now the duo is about to be split into individuals again because of the fact that, so you think you can really trust all these people like Joan and River and everything to get up out of here and leave through extortion? Well, I'm just trying to get up out of here with my daughter so we can leave right now. So it's almost like, what's worth it? The long game, which will have more benefits. Sure, it's more dangerous, but there's more benefits. If Ruth is able to get out of here successfully, she can get her daughter, she can have a lot of money, or you can play the Tally route, which is, play it as quickly as possible. But at the same time, both of them are making rash decisions. It's just a matter of, in Tally's operation, she's really only relying on herself as opposed to a ton of other people. Whereas Ruth is close to the flame, but also dancing around the fire with other people like Joan and River. So it's almost like they need each other. It's like they keep each other grounded. However, it's just the fact that since they're both acting on emotion right now, more so Tally than Ruth, it's like, well, you could argue that, well, Ruth is probably acting on greed as opposed to survival. So it's a very interesting conflict between these two friends. All right, so after that, it's nighttime already. Time is moving by quickly. And remember, Tally should have been dead 2 days ago as opposed to the timeline, but whatever. So Daikon's just walking around and he notices there's a hole in the gate. Oliver and Clark are standing outside of the gate, and Oliver keeps looking in. It's like, what are you looking at? It's like, no, it just smells good. We just ate dinner. Oh, I'm still a little hungry. Clark is pissed off at Oliver due to the fact that he didn't have his back earlier when the elder mother, pretty much charged him with those allegations. And the other, I believe Daikon spoke with, Daikon spoke with Oliver. And basically Oliver was like, no, ain't nothing go down with the elder mother. He's like, I was doing it to protect you. So the other elder mother from the finance trailer comes out to ask where Lilo is. And, Clark goes inside to watch because he knows Oliver's distracted because he has his eye on the wheelbarrow. So Oliver's just standing there like, damn. And get used to people just popping up asking where Lilo is, especially this particular elder mother, because it's the same thing every time. Look, trust and believe. I've had some stomach stuff happen to me before. And it's almost been an entire day and you haven't seen Lilo. What? Because remember, it was the previous night where he went to the outhouse. And now it's the next night and he still hasn't been seen. What the hell? All right. So we go over to Sarah, getting dressed. Wait, is this the same day? Something doesn't seem right. I think the continuity of these episodes was a bit off. So Sarah is, coming out of the bathroom. I guess it's because she had washed, the fake blood off and everything. And Malcolm's there and he wants to talk. Sarah doesn't want to talk about it because there's too much going on to worry about this little thing they have. Basically, she's not as capable of shutting off her affection for her spouse as quickly as Malcolm, because I believe it was Andrew or somebody that said that, or was it Sarah, or basically, I forgot who said it in season 1, but Malcolm has this thing where whenever an agent is off on an undercover case, he'll pretty much go after their wives. So basically, this isn't new territory for him. Sarah's just the one that apparently has him hung up the most. So that's pretty much it. That's the only scene there. So Brian actually calls Mac. They kind of have a little, catch up on everything going on. Brian's concerned because the sheriff seems to be afraid of the compound. My question is, he doesn't think that the sheriff is in league with the compound. I definitely agree with that. How would you feel if you ate something and it was drugged? And I wouldn't want to go up there either. And then after that, they pretty much recap the situation with Andrew. Brian's shocked that he had to, quote unquote, kill his wife for the compound. And then, he's also surprised by the Malcolm revelation. Well, Mac didn't tell him everything, but Malcolm is aware of what's going on. And, Brian's just trying to put the pieces together because he's away for everything right now. He doesn't know what's going on between Andrew, Malcolm, Sarah, and everything. So, it's pretty crazy. So Brian then calls Lynn for I don't know how many times, but he said, hey, I've been calling all day. So he just leaves a voicemail. Then he calls Cynthia to go over to check on Lynn. And apparently, she saw Lynn earlier in the day. She wants to use again. So, Brian's like, oh, gosh. So after that, the sheriff comes by and tells Brian to go home because it's late. He doesn't want to, leave without going to the compound. It's like, it's late. We'll go tomorrow during the day because he's like, Sheriff, what's wrong? He doesn't want to upset the compound. So it definitely just feels a bit out of left field for the sheriff to be acting this way. But I don't think he's in league with him. That's just my, assumption based off things we've seen so far. But then again, season 2 could pull the rug from underneath our feet and just take the story in a new angle. But I honestly don't think so. I just think that he is a bit spooked by them. All right. Then we go to Ruth walking around and Daikon pulls her in the trailer and he's unsure about her. It's like he's confused by her and it's like, why do you have me under your spell, woman? Basically, he's Frollo or Frodo from Hunchback. When Esmeralda came around. Temptress, devil, gypsy. That's literally all this is. He's upset that the Heist is upset at him and basically they're secret lovers. And he looked up Ruth's profile online, kind of like Candace back on the Haves and Have-Nots when I think it was Wyatt that went online and found all of her online escort photos and website and things like that. So, Ruth was like, that was all in the past and I'm carrying your child. He'll look like you. You'll see. You'll know when it happens. To be on, not to make, to make jokes. As soon as he was like, hey, he'll look like you and all. Was I the only one who thought about the Meghan Markle Prince Harry interview with Oprah? And it was like, yeah, they were asking how dark the baby would be. I was kind of thinking the same thing in regards to, he's going to look like you. And it's like, wait, is this going to be like how dark is the baby? Look, I know it's funny, not funny, but it's funny. That's what I thought about. So it's like, hey, you be careful and leave. Okay, be careful. Okay. So then we go over to Lynn and Brian. Lynn is actually at home. Cynthia didn't come by. So Lynn is just pissed about everything going on. She wants a divorce. Basically, there's just so much going on. She isn't satisfied. She isn't happy. Brian's like, is this because we didn't have children when you wanted one? And, he actually rushes off to get a box that has a pair of locks in it. And he's like, yeah, remember we locked these together, has our names on them. And then we threw the key in the river. So then I waited for them to drain the lake and I dug and I found that key because I wanted us to renew our vows and we could throw the key in there again. And she's like, I can't do this. So she walks away. So Andrew actually comes back to the compound. Oliver asks Andrew about, help with the Lilo situation because he murdered him and the wheelbarrow that has the body is gone. And I'm like, damn, that was because Andrew's like, okay, yeah, I got this shit together. I'm about to go in here, show the Heist and Daikon what's up. Yo, Lilo, everything good? No, it ain't. And then he drops that bomb on him. So that's the end of the episode. All right, guys, I thought this was another good episode, but as we'll see in the following episode, I do think it's a bit ridiculous that the Lilo problem couldn't have been resolved in a matter of seconds by, let's say, the Heist going on the intercom to call him over to the trailer like a principal, but whatever. All right, guys, but like I said, solid 8 out of 10. I thought this was a good episode. And with that being said, if you would like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I'd really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed.